What's up, YouTube? Alright, so let's try this again because I already messed up once. I was watching a video on YouTube from NoDQ.com, if I can spit it out. And the owner, Aaron Rift, he does review videos and stuff like that, and he answers questions from the fans and stuff like that. And he did a predictions video on the upcoming WWE Wrestlemania, which airs on April 1st, which is this coming Sunday. Um, so I thought I'd give my own input. But before I do, I just want to mention there's two little things here, and I know my fingers are going all over the place because it's hard to do the mirrored image thing. We got one on this side, right here, underneath my finger, PCW. PCW is a online wrestling federation. I'm currently part of it. My guy is Sean Hatred. For those of you guys that want to check it out, just type in Pure Chaos Wrestling. Or I will, where the picture is, I will post their website. I will post their Twitch page, their Justin.tv page, whatever you want to call it. You guys can go check that out. I also got this one here on the other side. That's just my logo. You guys can see that in the upcoming videos that I'm going to do. But enough about that. For now, I will get back to that in just a little bit. In the meantime, let's get to the review. I'm going to start with the big one. The big one being the biggest match, wrestler-wise, in the ring at the same time. One of the biggest matches that WWE has made so far, besides the main event, is Team Teddy versus Team Johnny. And basically what they did was they're having a feud between the two GMs, both Raw and SmackDown, and they're going to fight to see who gets the chance to run both shows. So this past Monday, The Miz was actually named under Team Johnny, even though when John Laurinaitis kind of said that, he kind of made a mistake because he did say Team Teddy at first, and I thought that was a big botch, but stuff happens when it's live TV. So with Team Johnny, along with The Miz, you got Mark Henry, Drew McIntyre, David Otunga, who is their captain, and you have the two, I would say two of the biggest heels in WWE right now, Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler. And on Team Teddy, you got Zack Ryder, Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, The Great Khali, color commentator Booker T. Never thought I'd see that. That was a big surprise also on Monday. And their captain, Santino Marella. In my opinion, I'm a big Teddy Long fan. I've been a fan of Teddy Long since he started with SmackDown back, I think it was 2003, when he started back running SmackDown after he got done reffing and stuff like that, because he was a ref. For those of you guys that don't know, he was a referee back in the day. So my pick, like I said, it is Team Teddy because I think just because the other team has like David Otunga, Mark Henry, I think that the lower class guys such as Zack Ryder, Kofi, and even Santino. Santino's been getting a push too. So I think they're going to continue that push, and I think bringing Booker into the mix just really brought to having a good fight. So that's my pick for that one. We also have Kelly Kelly versus Kelly Kelly and Maria Menounos from TV's Extra, facing WWE's Divas Champion Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres. Now, I am one of the people that likes to see girls go at it. This one here I didn't really give a lot of thought to, though, because Beth Phoenix with her heel turn and kind of turning on Zack Ryder and Cena both in the same night kind of gives me that push that they're going to take it. But I'm not sure. And another thing that really believes me to say that they're going to take it is Maria actually got injured um, back just this past week on Dancing with the Stars. So that's my pick there. I'm getting a text message here. Another thing. That's cool. Another thing that they're going to do for this year's WrestleMania is Kane versus Randy Orton. And that one actually dates back a little bit. The storyline that they're going with that is Randy Orton fought Kane back at SummerSlam last year. And at the end of the match, Kane shook Randy Orton's hand, which made to believe that Kane was going soft. Kane recently put the mask back on, and he's kind of turned basically to what he was when he first started in the company, which was a big heel. Whether he'd get a title shot now, I doubt it, because I think WWE has kind of made him have his run and pretty much have his course in the WWE. So I don't see him getting another title shot, but I do see him beating up Randy Orton pretty bad. But when it all comes down to it, I think Randy Orton, being the Viper or the Apex Predator, I think he's going to come out and he's just going to slam him with the RKO at the very end to take the victory. Continuing on, we've got Intercontinental Championship. Cody Rhodes, the son of Dusty Rhodes, taking on The Big Show, the son of Andre the Giant. Little known fact for you guys there, if nobody knew that. This one here, they've kind of milked it a little weird. Because Cody Rhodes has been coming out week after week after week and saying, you've done this wrong at WrestleMania, showing a clip to previous WrestleManias. And I think it's just dumb, because I think, honestly, this one's going to be short. Big Show's going to take it. I think he's going to say, you know what, you embarrassed me enough. Bam. WMD. He's going to just take him out. That's my pick there. Next. World Heavyweight Championship, Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. The 2012, winner of the Royal Rumble. That one's a tough one. They're both really good competitors. They're both really intense when it comes to fighting. Daniel Bryan with his submissions, he actually does go to classes every week, and he trained every week in submission stylist. So he has the upper advantage there. So I think, honestly, if Sheamus wants to come out on the victory with this one, he really has to put his money's worth and really put a beating on Daniel Bryan's arms, so he can't lock in those submissions. The label lock is probably one of the most lethal submissions that I've seen so far, besides the Anaconda Vice, which I will get to in just a little bit, because that's actually the next thing I'm going to talk about. But when it all comes down to it, I think Daniel Bryan has had the title long enough, and I think the heel turn that they kind of put with him, because he did kind of turn heel a little bit, is going to come to an end, and I think AJ is going to have a lot to do with that. I think somehow AJ is going to get involved. She's going to basically get Daniel Bryan screwed over, and that's going to end the relationship between them, because I've recently just read that Daniel Bryan is actually dating one of the Bellas. So I think they're going to have a feud there as well. Next, we have CM Punk, the WWE Champion, versus Chris Jericho, the best in the world versus the best in the world. Yeah. Interesting storyline that they built with this one. It all started back just at the Royal Rumble, when it come down to Sheamus and Chris Jericho to the last two, and Sheamus come out on top, and then Chris Jericho come out the next day on Raw, and he said, "You know what? This is the end of the world as you know it." So that one, I really don't know. Also, Chris Jericho's kind of been getting a little personal, so I think personal wise, I think CM Punk rather is going to take it on top, but at the same time, I have faith in Chris Jericho, so that one's kind of a toss up because Chris Jericho still is pretty good at what he does so far. The next match is The Undertaker, 19-0, versus Triple H in a Hell in a Cell match with special guest referee of Shawn Michaels. And a lot of people have speculated that that Shawn Michaels is going to interfere and he's going to screw over The Undertaker, or he's going to screw over Triple H by giving Undertaker the victory to go 20-0. That one I can't really call. Because last year was so close. Last year was just tremendous. Even though Undertaker couldn't walk out on his own power, it was still a high-intensity match, and getting that victory on Triple H was crazy. And finally, guys, the main event. John Cena, Mr. Boston, the C Nation captain, so to speak, versus The Rock. In my opinion, John Cena, hands down, because of the fact that John Cena does so much for the WWE, and I honestly think that if he lost, and if they were to decide to go on a heel turn with him, that it honestly wouldn't be good. I think he would say, you know what, enough is enough, I'm leaving. So that's just that. So yeah, granted, The Rock still is in his prime. He does fight semi-good compared to what he used to. But I think the rookie, so to speak, in this case, John Cena would be the rookie because he hasn't been around as long as The Rock. Will take this one. And also, another thing I can't wait for Mania, now that I've got the predictions out the way, I cannot wait for Flo Rida to perform. Machine Gun Kelly is also going to perform, from what I understand. And I think that's it. As I mentioned, guys, the logo's here at the top, or at the bottom, rather. Check them out. I will put annotations in the square. I'll put a square over the image so you guys can go check out the links. And I'll put all the PCW links in there so you guys can go check them out. In the meantime, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Leave me some comments if you guys want. In the meantime, I am out of here, guys. It's been fun, and I will post the results to WrestleMania when they come. Peace.